The cafeteria buzzed with noise, clattering trays, laughter, and the hum of dozens of different species trying to coexist. Yet at one table, silence reigned. Syrah, the alien girl, sat hunched over her tray. Her food, a lump of nutrient-paced ration for her species, remained untouched. Her thin, grayish-blue fingers trembled as she tried to ignore the whispers. She can't even eat normal food. Disgusting. Why is she even here? Let her starve. The cruel words weren't shouted, but they carried all the same. Syrah kept her glowing eyes fixed on the table, cheeks burning with shame. She had fled her war-torn planet seeking refuge, and the Academy had promised safety. Instead, she was surrounded by scorn. Her stomach twisted painfully. For days she had eaten barely anything, rationing the strange nutrient bricks issued to her. They were bitter, dry, and humiliating compared to the steaming meals humans enjoyed. Every time she lifted one to her lips, the laughter returned. So she stopped eating. Across the room, a young human cadet named Daniel watched. He wasn't anyone special, just another recruit, struggling with coursework and drills. But something about the way Syrah's shoulders hunched against the world made something twist in his chest. He had seen her in classes, sharp-minded, eager to learn, but always shrinking at the edges. He'd seen the way others mocked her, and the way she pretended not to hear. That night, when he carried his tray past her lonely table, Daniel paused. Her tray was still full, untouched. Her eyes flicked up, startled, then quickly away as if bracing for another insult. Instead, Daniel pulled out the chair across from her and set his tray down. "Hey," he said, voice gentle. "Come eat with me." Syrah blinked, confused. "What? Eat?" he repeated, nudging his tray closer. "You're hungry, right?" She stiffened, suspicion in every line of her posture. "You're mocking me." Daniel shook his head. "No, look, half the time I don't even like this stuff either. But food's better with company. Doesn't matter if it looks different." Slowly, he tore a piece of bread in half and took a bite, chewing exaggeratedly. "See? Not poisoned. Your turn." For a long moment, she stared. The cafeteria noise faded into the background. Finally, with trembling hands, she lifted a piece of her nutrient bar and bit into it. The laughter from nearby tables rose again. But this time, Daniel grinned wide and said loudly, "That's it. First bite always tastes like cardboard, right?" To her shock, Syrah felt the corners of her mouth twitch. She swallowed, nearly choking on the strange sensation. It had been so long since she'd smiled. Word spread quickly. The alien girl wasn't sitting alone anymore. Everywhere she went, Daniel was nearby, walking beside her in the hallways, partnering with her in drills, sitting across from her at meals. His presence didn't silence the whispers, but it blunted their sting. For the first time, Syrah dared to speak during meals. She told Daniel about her homeworld's vast crystal forests, about the shimmering rivers that glowed under starlight. In return, Daniel told her about Earth's oceans, about the taste of fresh fruit and the smell of rain on hot asphalt. Her eyes widened at his stories. "Your world sounds alive." "It is," he said softly, "and so are you. Don't let them make you forget that." One evening, when the cafeteria was nearly empty, Syrah hesitated before pulling a small wrapped package from her bag. She slid it across the table to Daniel. "What's this?" he asked. "A gift," she murmured. "From my people. Dried starfruit. Rare." Daniel unwrapped it and sniffed. The scent was sharp, metallic, almost electric. Without hesitation, he popped a piece into his mouth. His face twisted. "Oh, that's wow. That's strong." Syrah's heart sank. "I knew it. You hate it." But then he grinned through watery eyes. "Nope. Just take some getting used to. Like coffee, or beer, or making new friends." She laughed then, clear, ringing, and real. For the first time, the sound wasn't drowned by mockery. Weeks passed, and things began to change. Some cadets, seeing Daniel's example, grew curious rather than cruel. A few even asked to try Syrah's food. Slowly, the mockery waned. It didn't vanish, but it no longer defined her. And Syrah changed too. She stood straighter, spoke louder in class, no longer shrinking from every glance. She still carried scars from hunger and humiliation, but she carried something else too: hope. All because one human had sat across from her and said, "Come eat with me." On graduation day, when cadets lined up in their uniforms, Sierra found herself once more at the edge of the crowd. For a heartbeat, she felt the old fear creeping back. Then Daniel appeared, standing tall at her side. He gave her a grin and a wink, as if to say you're not alone. And for the first time since leaving her homeworld, Sierra truly believed she wasn't.